Hello everyone, it's me, Coffee Stitcher. It is the second, I guess technically Sunday in July, even though it always feels like the first, even when the first is on a Sunday. I don't know, that's just me. How was everybody's week? Awesome, that's great to hear. I'm still grooving on my Khalifa or whatever it is, cold brew that I got at Walmart. It's damn good. Alright, so we've got whip updates, we've got haul, we've got some Q&A, a little minor announcement of sorts that I'll get out of the way at the start. And we'll go from there. Let's see. So we'll start with a little mini announcement. It's not anything bad by any means. Katie is, for those of you who are in Stitchmania, Katie is on vacation. She, I believe, is out. She's out this week, and I think possibly even next week. I need to double check that with her. I'm a terrible cook. I'm a terrible friend that I don't remember exactly. I just know I'm handling birthdays. Do remember, for those of you in Mania, the best way if you have an issue or anything is first to tag me, because then I get the alert on my phone and I know to go look. Reporting is also a really good tactic. Messaging me, you're less likely to get as quick a response. But do remember that I do work during the day, so if you don't get an immediate response, don't freak out. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just not able to respond. So just a casual little reminder there. Okay, so we'll dive into our Q&A now. Okay, so Polywag87, I would be more than happy to get some coffee from you. Feel free to shoot me a message, because I don't want to just post my address out randomly. But yes, I do love me some coffee. Novice Stitcher wants to know, how did I learn to make alterations to my patterns? Was it trial and error, or did someone teach you? By and large, it was trial and error. I seem to recall someone either doing a video or making a post somewhere talking about how they did a color conversion. And the basic idea is you take, if you're wanting to convert, say, like I did with my Mirabilia Woodland Fairy, the yellow to pink, you take your yellows, and then you go find pinks that match that same gradient. Now, sometimes, like I had to do on that one, the color step was too intense between two of the colors, so I ended up having to blend them. Sometimes that'll happen. If you're just wanting a color that, like, it calls for DMC 920, and you don't have DMC 920, there is a fabulous resource. It's at thread-bare.com. You can also Google it with closest DMC thread color match. And what that'll do is it'll tell you what colors are, because there are several DMCs that are close. Very close. And then you can find, oh, well, you know, in this case, we'll use my 920 for example. Let me find it on here. 920 is an orange, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Ha. So it tells me that DMC 22 and 3830 are the two closest. And then it'll give you a couple that are a couple lighter and a couple darker then. So it's also really great if you're trying to figure out shading. I did it as well with my Soda Stitch Wizard of Oz, where I wanted to use a different color. I didn't like the 3776. So I clicked on 3776, and that told me 301 was close. So it's a really, really, really great tool. So I highly recommend that as well. So that's, but a lot of it really and truly is trial and error. Star Sarazen, the Cinderella, it's part of the Epic Disney, so it's going to be 4 and 4, and they're going to be framed individually. So that's the plan, at least there. Dee Dee Rose 17 asks, the really brilliant purple used for Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, is that the Krennic? Yes, it was Krennic, and it's already back in my box, so I don't know what it was, but it was it was like 27 HL. It was one of the high lusters, which are almost holographic, and can be a little bit of a pain to work with, but they look fantastic. I don't know offhand of a dark purple to almost black in the overdyes. Gentle Arts weirdly doesn't have one. They've got black raspberry jam and black bird, which are both sort of black blue. And Weeks doesn't really have a black purple. Most of their blacks are shade either true black, or they're more the black grays. And I'm just not familiar enough with Classic Colorworks. What you might do is do what I was suggesting earlier with the Mira. Get a black and get a dark purple DMC and tweed them together. That might get you what you're wanting. There is a black green as well that's out there, and I'm blanking on which color that is, but it's Gentle Arts. Cassinder's is the black red. Black green maybe Raven. But yeah, for a black dark purple, I just don't know of one. Alright, so that is the Q&A. Let me double check the spam, because it seems like there's more in my spam than normal. Oh, nope. Okay. Ba-doop, boop, boo. Ding. Alright, I'm going to take another sip of some coffee, and then we'll get into the haul. And one part of the haul you'll actually see later, because I already had to start using it. So, first I got a delightful order from Mad for Minders, which is one of the things you'll see in a moment. She has a Mr. Rogers, so of course I had to have that. She had this really cool wood Titanic, and then she sent me the butterfly. And then I'm going to have another order. She found some book covers for books that I really wanted, so she's going to have those for me. She said to give her a couple of weeks, so I will probably have those in a little bit. So, new haul for Mad for Minders. I really like her minders. She does some really, really fun stuff, and I like the wood. Then I got my normal auto ships from Trisha. I got Welcome to the Forest. And then the next in Farmhouse Christmas, this is part 6. This one is Pinewood Farm. So, and I'll be going back to that eventually. I was going to work on it the other day, and it didn't stick with me. I think part of it is I have trouble working on Christmas when it's this hot outside, which I'm sure you can all understand. Alright, then also from Trisha, I got, and I didn't actually realize this was Soda Stitch, the Wizard of Oz Biscornu. And the back side of it, which I'll hold far enough back that you can't read, is weirdly cats. So I actually think I will probably just, when I eventually do this, I'll do the Oz characters on both sides. Because I don't really like... Oh, well, I guess it's supposed to be a Dorothy cat, a Scarecrow cat, a Tin Man cat, and a Lion cat. Okay, that actually makes a little more sense to me. So never mind. Ignore that. And then I got my Princesses to companion with the princes. So, slightly more of a Rococo Cinderella than the film, but yeah. Ta-da! Alright, and then, this is the exciting part, I got from my special source 3 of the re-released Mirabilias. I got Queen Mermaid, Seaside Kingdom, and Lady of the Flag. I'm also getting Fairy Moon from Stitch Niche, and I may end up getting Butterfly Fairy too, just to complete the collection. But she would definitely require some major color conversion. I actually have everything ready for Seaside to start. I just have to go make a working copy of it. I was actually going to start it yesterday, but then I was looking at the chart, and the center, which is where I would be starting, had just enough confetti to it that I was a little afraid of not being able to mark through what I was working on. I'm going to look at it again today. So I may actually be starting it today. Say that I might be able to start it if I was super careful. No, I don't think so. Actually, looking at this, I don't think so. I think I would feel better with it. Unfortunately, there's not a copy store that's really all that close to our apartment. I think there's an Office Max, but I really don't want to get out today. First world problems, you know. But I have it. I know Kate, Queen of Starts, and I are going to be sort of sallying this one together. So I do have a piece of 32 count white linen that I will be doing it on. Ta-da! It's 18 by 18 inches, but that's gonna be just fine because the chart itself is 13 by 15 and a half. So it's gonna be a little tight on the sides, but that'll be fine. I did order fabric for Lady the Flag. I am not doing the preamble from that you can get from Fabric Flare. Hello, puppy bears. Let's pick this up so you don't accidentally step on it. No, Phoebe, that does not mean you come over here and lick it. I'm actually going to do mine on one that's the Constitution from Primitive Hair. So when that comes, I will happily show it to you. And I am going to do the green Statue of Liberty conversion. Although part of me feels like being a little more ironic and doing her and making her really super tarnished, given the current state of affairs in the U.S. But I think in the end, I would not be very happy with that. It's a great idea now, but I don't think it's a good one for the long run. Okay, so I worked on several things this week. Let's see. I worked on my Mirabilia. So I worked on Woodland Fairy. So here's where I am on her. I finished in this part and I started going down the dress. So there we go. So she's coming along. I'm gonna finish the dress, and then I'm going to work on, I think, probably the ribbon, and then probably the tree, and then I'll do her skin and her wing. The wings are gonna be last because I still have to figure out what the hell I'm doing with those. Then I got a mostly finish. I'm waiting on the buttons for this, but I did finish All Is Well by Shepherd's Bush minus the buttons. Did correct the grammar in it with the punctuation, but here it is. It's missing the, like I said, it's just missing the buttons. They're on order at Stitch Niche. Hopefully they will be here when I go in at the end of the month, and I can have them frame it. I can finish it there, frame it there, get it framed, and be good to go. But we will see. But it is finished. And I did that on 32 count Autumn Joblin from Under the Sea Fabrics. So I did work on Peter Rabbit this week, but I forgot to bring it in here. I'm down to the last 2 books. So what I'm actually going to do, one of the books is like 200 stitches of one color. So I'm actually taking it to work. And I will work on finishing out probably at least that book. I may go ahead and finish out both books at work. And then I'll do the brown and actually fill in the rest of it. I also, y'all saw my finish last week on Cinderella, but I finished my borders and started in on Sleeping Beauty. So see how well I can hold this. Okay, so the border is done. I did the borders in Splendor. The other needle minder is my other new one from Mad About Minders, or Mad for Minders. It is the Disneyland ticket. And it's kind of a fun little Disney factoid here. When Disney first opened, you could get into the park for like a couple dollars. Like, it was really super cheap. But it didn't include rides. So what you did is you bought ride tickets, and different rides were different values, and those values were different amounts. So e-tickets were for the most popular rides. As you can see, they were 75 cents. I don't know if this will focus well enough for you to see or not. It looks like it's not going to. But it was like the Haunted Mansion, the Jungle Cruise, Pirates of the Caribbean, It's a Small World, were all classified as e-tickets, because they were the most popular ones. So, and then I started on Sleeping Beauty. So there's the castle. That was all I got done yesterday. So today I will work on, well, we'll see. Like I said, I'm either going to work on the 3 fairies, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather, or I'm going to go to Office Depot and make a working copy of Seaside so I can start it. Because literally, I have everything I need for it. I was really very surprised. That doesn't happen often. Somehow I'm always missing 1 or 2 colors. So look at my hair. My hair's actually almost ready to go. I was reading on Pantene's website, and once it's in a ponytail, because they want you to cut above where the band is, so it's from where you cut it to the tip, and I'm almost to 8 inches. I'm gonna let it go just a little bit longer, partially because I'm not gonna buzz cut my hair. So we're gonna let it go just a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna go to an actual hairstylist, not Great Clips, and be like, I need this gone. We're gonna donate it. What shall I do? Or what do I want to do here? And we'll go from there. So, yeah, so this week we're going to work some more, at least on Sleeping Beauty. We're probably going to have a start of Seaside Kingdom. But since I had 2 finishes, I don't feel so bad about a brand new start. And then we'll go from there. So, anyhow, I hope everyone is having a great week. I hope if you live in the U.S., you had a good 4th. I hope if you don't live in the U.S., that you just had a good week. And I will see you all next time. Bye!